Hey, what's up? It's XzachX1X, and I'm bringing you a creation. I've known about making this for a while, and I thought I should share it. Okay, so I'm gonna do it in creative so I can show you easily. Alright. First, you're gonna need to find some flat land. Down here looks good enough. No. I'm gonna need flat land, but I'm also gonna need a target, because today I'm gonna be building a TNT cannon. Alright, I guess if I could angle that, I'll build it right there. This looks good. So first of all, alright, so the materials you're gonna need, let me just empty out this inventory real quick. You're gonna need a stone slab. You're gonna need a building material, and since I don't want it to break, I use bedrock. No, I'll use obsidian. For the TNT, you're gonna need TNT. That'll come in later. You're gonna need a bucket of water. You're gonna need a button. You're gonna need some redstone, and you're gonna need some sand. Doesn't matter. I think you can use anything, but I use sand. Alright. Let me turn off my fog now. First, you want to make I think it's an 8 long trough, kind of. Eight long trough, and then you're gonna want to get in here. Alright. At one end of the trough, you're gonna place your water. Now the water should flow. Okay, it's actually able. You can flow, and then you put a half stone. Then you go over here. This is where you're gonna fire from. Alright. Sorry about the mobs. It's like an irrigation system. Now you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And here you're gonna place this. Right here, you're gonna make a staircase. And then you're gonna build up on that end. Go 3 blocks high. So you make a 2 high staircase, go 3. I failed the jump. I'm not a parkour legend. And now you're gonna want to place redstone on this one, and then place the block, and the block will automatically go up here. You place your block. You can make it out of any material. I just don't want to make it blow up. And you do this. And now this part right here is going to hold the TNT in place, and it's going to drop down on here, and the TNT that goes in here is going to propel it at that tree. So now with your redstone, I should have made it more visible. You trail it down to here. What I like to do is test it, make sure all of it's working. Alright, now that you have this, you're going to want to lane this one redstone all the way to here. Do the same thing over here with sand and that, so you have a nice firing platform. And now what this will do is activate this. Now, very important is when you're filling it, I want to show you with green wool first. Is that when you're filling it, you only fill it up to here. You do not block the water. If you put a block in the water, right there, that's bad, because you're going to lose your water source. And the thing is about water, is it cancels the effect of TNT explosions damaging. So if this red block right here is full, then you need to either break the TNT and don't hit a single button, or just, if it's going to explode, just run, because it's going to blow up all this. So you're going to need water here so you can clear it. So when these green blocks explode, it won't affect your firing mechanism. So this is a full power 1 arm. It goes up the stages. I've built a 4 arm, but it's very unstable. And now, what you do, you hit this switch back here first, that sends a chain of wire that sets off all these TNT, and they jump up and float in the water. And then you run over here and hit this. TNT falls down, shoots, propels that TNT, and blows up. So let's demonstrate. And that's how you get a TNT cannon. Now there's different types. Like, I'll try and make it 2-tiered, which basically means that you can stack up. Alright. So then you're going to want an arm here. This is an arm. It's not shielding that, it's just having a spot where this is... Yeah, so if you did, you could put more redstone up here for a 3rd arm. But when you load it now, you gotta make sure that none of your redstone... Alright, so when you load it, you gotta go back here, and you gotta get it where all this redstone is gonna activate it, and you still gotta make sure that this isn't. Now what happens when you hit it is all of it's gonna fall down into one stack. It's very cool. It sends it farther. So let's not hesitate. So that clearly went there. I actually dropped the bullet. I like to call it the bullet. I dropped it a little bit too soon. You want to drop it where it's going to fly distance. And my dog's barking. So that about does it for this episode. I'm going to be back and check when my dog's barking, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you.